Hi, Dad. Hello, every other family member who may be choosing to watch. It is Thursday, August 22nd. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day with just a little bit of a breeze. You can see my hair going. It's warm, but the humidity is broken, thank goodness. A couple things have changed in the garden, so I'm going to do a little bit of a walk around and show you what's going on. Look how beautiful it is on the lake today. Absolutely magnificent. Okay, I'll turn the camera around and we'll see what we can find. Okay, first up are these tomatoes. They're an indeterminate tomato. So right now the top of it is about 8 feet in height. But granted, it's in a raised bed that's a little bit taller as well. So, like I said, these ones are called Midnight. They're dark in color. Let me see if I can get the camera in around to the back. There we go. Hopefully you were able to see a little bit. I took all the ripe ones off and ate them, I guess. Oh wait, this one up here, you can see the top one's starting to get a little bit red on the bottom. Yeah, that one's starting to get soft, so that one's actually ready to eat. Again, that type is called Midnight. I bought that at, there's a guy locally who sells plants and vegetables out of solar cooled old school bus, and his place is called Fogarty's Market. So I bought these tomatoes from him as well. Somebody's been enjoying that one. These ones are called Bumblebee. I really should pick these today and bring them in. They're absolutely delicious. I'm going to try to bring you some of the Midnight and also some of these Bumblebee ones. I think it's Bumblebee that it's called. Hard to read that now because it's kind of faded, but it does say Bumblebee. Don't like grass growing in my beds. And these are the Beatrice eggplants that I also bought from him. I have harvested one already. But yeah, they're these huge monsters of eggplants. That's a pepper plant that I got from him. Is it cayenne? No, that's pepperoncini. I finally saw the label. Fighting the plant to get in there. Look at those puppies. Those are gorgeous. And I got so many of them green coming out. Really excited. I want to make some chili oil. And on this side, I think this is the 5th and last plant that I got from that guy. These ones are cayenne, I believe. And again, they're beautiful. I've got so many of these guys coming. I don't know if you can see them all in there. On the video, it might be kind of hard to tell. Chinese string eggplant. Look at that monster. He's huge. And I've got a couple other ones in here that are not really doing much yet. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have spoken too soon. Hopefully that got pollinated. Oh, this little tiny one. That must be Buena Mulata. My label has faded, but I'm pretty sure that one's Buena Mulata. It's funny how it's got such little tiny leaves. Wonder if that had to do with its growing condition. Uh-oh. Looks like it's trying to replant my arugula. It's going to seed. Yeah, it's not very happy. I will replant that. So this is part of my second planting of beans. Gotta harvest some of these guys. Oh yeah. And that's the other part of the second planting. Definitely gotta harvest some. All my other tomatoes, the ones that I grew, that came on really slowly, they're a little bit slow. If you look at the bottom of them, some of them are cat-faced as well. Oh, that's a good example of cat face right there. So they got cold when they were young, and it affected the flower development. So it makes them kind of funny. Anyway, they're all still green. And these ones are either the Wychee yellow or purple Cherokee. They're healthy plants though. And this is my other outside tomato bed. So this is 6 plants, and they're all, oh, there's a little bit of wind, sorry. 6 plants, and they're all green Cherokee. Some of them are pretty decent size too. Oh, that guy's huge. So the question that I had, and that many people are asking me, is in a green tomato, how do you tell when it's ripe? I think the idea is it gets a little bit softer. And these guys are all definitely still too hard. Oh look, it's an empty bed. This had the first planting of beans, which I went in a couple days ago, and I found the bottom of their stalks and cut them out. But, uh-oh, I also caught my irrigation line. So I guess I'll have to stop in at Lee Valley and get some connectors. So this is my 3rd planting of beans. 6 plants. I think it's probably going to be the last one as well. And my most recent planting of lettuces. Man, I really love this red lettuce. Look at that glisten. It's really glistening strong for the camera. It's delicious. We love it. Got some peas going. Not all of them came up, so I just reseeded the ones that didn't take. These are my little baby parsnips. They're all coming along quite happily. Some are uber tiny, and some of them are a little bit bigger. So those will be big hopefully by the time it gets cold. And then they'll just sit in there over winter. Hopefully I'll be able to dig some of them out during the winter, because man, oh man, parsnips in the middle of the winter that have been touched by frost are so good. I think that's about it to show you down here. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that bed, because all the lettuce has gone to seed. It's ready to die, except for these 3. These 3 are new guys. But I think they get too much sun here. They're not all that happy. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. I had seeded some beets in among here. All the areas that get a little bit of moisture, they're coming up, but not all the in-between areas. Guess when I go get some more connectors at Lee Valley, I'm going to have to also go get some more line. Oh right, one more bed here. Looks like my beets are ready to harvest. Quite a few in there. Those are the rainbow ones called, sorry about the pronunciation, Chioggia? I have no idea. And these ones are, what is it, Detroit dark red, I think. They didn't do as well as the other ones. Carrots, all kinds of carrots. I did pull one yesterday, and it was great. It's beautiful, beautiful carrot. I can't see, doesn't look like any of the other ones are ready. Oh, there's one that looks like it might be close to being ready. Hard to tell. And, oh, some radishes as well. All right, so that's it for down here. There's not much going on in the greenhouse, really. Maybe I'll pop up there really quickly and we'll take a look at what the cucumber plants are doing. Here's a little view of what the rhubarb plants are doing. They're extremely happy up here. I think I'm actually going to harvest some of this rhubarb and either make more jam or freeze it for later. And my 2 zucchini plants finally caught up with the rest of the world. I cut a huge zucchini out of here last week. Oh, and you know what I did with it? I caramelized, I had a bunch of onions that I bought earlier this spring left over. And I cut the rest of them up and caramelized them and sliced up zucchini, fried that up, and then I made a quiche out of zucchini and caramelized onions, and it was so good. Look what I have there. I have 2 little yellow zucchinis And I also harvested one earlier today that was like, I think it was like 8 inches long. It was huge for yellow. I'm really happy that those guys are growing there. And my new, next to the greenhouse, onion bed, I'm gonna have to bring the hose out and water this. It looks pretty dry. These guys are struggling here. The soil is not much developed. So it's onions, but it's also leeks. That's the biggest one, but there are a few more in there as well. And this is a surprise. Look what I planted. I planted some artichokes, and I have artichokes heads. I better hop on the internet and figure out what to do with them. Impulsive planting. Oh, also, my volunteer spaghetti squash. It seems to be pretty happy in here. It hasn't flowered again. Oh, I said that, but then look at that. That's little flowers. Anyway, this is my little spaghetti squash. Maybe enough to feed one person at this point, but I guess I'll have to come in and water him and everything else in here because it's pretty dry. All right, what's going on in here? First thing I'm gonna do is turn off the fan. Oh, the fan's running really fast, but it always looks like it's really slow on the camera. There we go. Now we'll have no sound interference. Oh, this is new. I stopped in at Princess Auto and I bought this. It's like a soaker hose that actually gives off water. And it's a 75-foot one. And I threaded it through everything in here before it got too big, thank God. And it waters the whole bloody thing. And it like thoroughly soaks everything, so I don't have to worry about it drying out. So every once in a while, especially if it's been hot, I come in here and I soak everything. And I don't have to worry about it when it's super hot. All right, tomato plants, probably mostly purple Cherokee. Honestly, I should label them big and bold, but I don't. I have a rosemary in here. Absolutely wonderful. God, I love the smell of rosemary. I've got basil with ginormous leaves. So happy in here. Basil loves the heat incredibly. Got a couple little pepper plants going on in here, and that one's got flowers. That's another one of the hot peppers. And this is an eggplant called Rosita, and that's a flower on it. If my bumblebee comes back in here, maybe he can come in and pollinate it with this eggplant flower. This one is also, no, that's Chinese string eggplant, so that'll be that long and skinny one again. I have a ton of strawberry plants. I am trying to get some to root up. Bruce's uncle is in need of more strawberry plants, so I'm gonna see if I can give him some. Tuck them all under the weeping hose there. Oh, hello. I didn't see this when I first came in. One of my poor little buddies is fallen down. Anybody who grows tomatoes, especially indeterminate tomatoes, knows how they get out of control pretty quickly. Those guys I have growing on strings from the ceiling, which is a great setup. Obviously that one needed one too, and I didn't do it. This guy was originally growing on a string from the ceiling, but he fell down. I thought it was a loofah plant. I'm pretty sure it came out of an envelope that said loofah seed, but one of them we already harvested, and they're actually delicata squash, not loofah, which is fine because doesn't Aletha love the delicata squash? Oh, my ginormous climbing cucumber plants. So there's two each of one called Biet Alpha and then English cuke. We have been harvesting them. There's one there. That one's not very, very long though, just that long. Another one in there, another one in there. Oh, I didn't see those two back in there. I guess I better come out here after with my knife. I have a pepper plant right here of some kind, I can't remember. Labels in there somewhere. Here's a couple of King of the North. King of the North are bell peppers, and that one's starting to ripen. Anybody who knows me knows that I really don't like green peppers. I get that mouth allergy thing going on. Oh, there's a cute little guy. He's the size of my thumb. This one, I'm not quite sure what's going on. He's a volunteer. Must have been in my compost. It's growing up out of the ground and through there. Another one there, but it hasn't like put out any flowers, I don't think, so it hasn't been pollinated. This guy's obviously doing well. Oh my gosh, he's got so many little tomatoes on him, but I have no idea what he is. This mess is dill. Sorry, it's embarrassing. Oh well, that's the way it is. Some things don't work out. Some things are a mess. Them things get out of control, and the whole bloody place looks like it's getting out of control right now. So, lessons I learned this year. Every single bloody tomato I plant, I'm tying them up because they all seem to be indeterminates that I grow. Next year, during the month of May, I think I might heat this so I can put my heat-loving plants out, both my tomatoes and my eggplants. Oh, and the peppers too. So I can put them out here so they can get all the sun they need without getting all the chill that they don't need. So heat it during the month of May to 12 degrees. So it'll only come on in the night. And so these guys won't get chilled. Another thing I need to do is friggin' label and label properly and label large. Get a big, thick carpenter's pencil for labeling. You know, like this one here that I already have, that I obviously haven't used, and actually use it. Oh, hey, that's Walls Metal Roofing. I picked up their pencil at the home show. Guess who put my metal roof on? It was Walls. The Walls do the roofs. Kind of funny, but they did a nice job. Like the guys. Okay. So there we go. That's the update for now. It's really warm in here. It's like 33 or 32 degrees. So, So I'm gonna head back out. I'll probably see you tomorrow or the day after, Dad. I want to bring you some of those tomatoes, the Bumblebee and the Midnight. See what you think of them. I really like them. I don't think I have anything else to say. Oh, I'm gonna turn the camera around one more second, and I want to show Carol the turmeric. She gave me some pieces of turmeric. Maybe I stole the pieces of turmeric from her, and I want to show her how well they're doing in here. So here we go. All right, that's the turmeric in behind. Once the cucumbers started to grow in, this stuff took off. Oh, my camera doesn't know what to focus on. There, that's the turmeric. It's probably 2.5, 3 feet tall. We'll see what happens when I dig it up. All right, that's it. Going out where it's nice and cool. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, there's one last little note, and then I promise I will let you be. I wanted to show you Bruce's tomatoes. He always gets cherry tomatoes. He picks them early so Mr. Chipmunk won't get them, but they're doing fabulous. Absolutely wonderful. There's two kinds. What are they? Sugar Rush and it just says patio. But one's a small tomato, like that. And the other one, we were pretty sure it was a small tomato, but they're getting kind of big, like not a bad size. But what I really wanted to show you is we have another volunteer squash that I don't know what it is. And I've been watching along it, starting to get some blossoms, and they've all been like the male blossoms with just the stem, no sign of the fruit. Been watching and watching, and today, lo and behold, I found this. So this is a female flower, which hopefully has been pollinated. Actually, I might grab that male flower and pollinate it just to be sure. But I don't know what friggin' type of squash this is. I guess you'll have to stay tuned, Dad, and see what's going on. Okay, bye. One final note. I went in and got those 2 cucumbers that we saw on the back of the vine near the ground. And one of them had the attachment string, like this kind of thing, caught up around its neck. It seems okay, but look at that. It was strangling itself.